All right, in Fox 5 Health News, an amazing breakthrough with medical technology. A 3D printer made this ear you're looking at. Researchers were also able to make a jawbone and successfully transplanted them into lab rats and mice.
And joining us now is Fox 5 medical contributor Dr. Devi Nampiaparampil. So good to see you.
Oh, nice to see you
This is
too.
really exciting, huh?
I'm very excited about it. I mean, for a few different reasons, right? The fact that they're able to make these organs and tissues for people who need organ transplants, people who are waiting on a long list. I mean, it's not ready yet, but it's a sign that maybe they could actually get artificial organs so they don't have to wait for an organ from somebody else. But even more exciting is the way that they're doing this, right? So the 3D printer, I mean, this is used in all different types of industries. I mean, I usually think of it like, you know, those sticky notes you have in different shapes, or even kids' books that come in different shapes, right? It's that idea that you're layering different things and creating this structure. But for organs, you know, you're trying to create life, right? Something that's going to go in the body and be alive. So not a pacemaker or an artificial hip where you could put it in the body, but something that'll actually have blood flowing through it and cells. So what they're building is a scaffold. They're using the 3D printer to create a scaffold, and then they're putting cells in it, and they're creating little pinpricks or holes, microscopic holes in it, so that blood will actually be able to travel through, and when it gets into the body, it'll actually become a part of that living person's body.
Right. It's like a coral reef almost in your body,
that's
right?
exactly it. Oh, that's the best example. It's a coral reef, and they're doing it in animals. It hasn't been done in humans yet, but at least to be able to have jawbone, you know, to have other bones and ears growing in animals.
It does seem like it can't be that far off, given how far they've come so recently. Wow, amazing.
Yeah. Okay, and experts are now saying that behavior therapy should be done before medication is given to children with ADHD.
I think, you know, most of us probably agree with this, right? That it makes sense. I mean, if you have, so kids with ADHD, what their problem is, one of the problems is that they're getting overstimulated. So they find it really difficult to concentrate or to pay attention. Now, with behavioral therapy, that can help anybody, right? You're trying to improve people's attention, focus, concentration. But the controversy has been that for some people, you know, they get diagnosed when they're kind of further along. So they've already suffered perhaps in school, perhaps in their social activities and stuff. So at that time, the medication may kind of get them on track a little bit faster, right, so that it can participate in the behavioral therapies. So with this new research, I mean, it doesn't really go against anything that we thought before. Everybody always thought behavioral therapy was a good thing for ADHD and a lot of childhood disorders, right? But now, I don't know if it totally changes the focus, because it kind of depends when the child is diagnosed and how much access they have to behavioral therapy.
Right, I mean, it does seem like there's a backlash to just burying our kids under this weight of pills, you know, everything's, you know, so it does make sense, like, let's try to change the behavior first, and then whatever else we need to do, then maybe we could talk medication.
I agree. I mean, I think, though, when we think about other conditions, let's say diabetes, something totally different, if you find it in the early stages, right, maybe somebody's gained weight and they're starting to get abnormal blood sugars, then we always try to do the natural thing, which is diet and exercise, or push people towards making those behavioral and lifestyle changes. But if you find somebody when they're further along, you don't want to really waste a lot of time where they could be developing complications and have a lot of setbacks, right? So this is probably along the same spectrum, that if you can get people diagnosed early enough, definitely push the behavioral therapies first. But if it's later on, maybe you need a combination of both.
Gotcha.
Okay, Doc, thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
You're
going to have a great weekend.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be